Hi folks, coming up today on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm, it's senior day as the Racers say goodbye to the winningest class in school history. And senior day highlights against Southeast Missouri State and a look ahead to this week's OVC tournament in Nashville. The Racer Report begins right now. Hi folks, and welcome to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder here in the Racers' brand new Gene Ray Practice Center here at Murray State University. We opened it up last week. Glad to be back in here today with head coach Steve Prohm. Before we get to what happened this past week, let's take a look at what's coming up this week as we have now reached the end of the regular season and the Racers are the #2 seed in the OVC tournament on Saturday, Friday night rather, with an 8 o'clock tip at the Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, as the Racers will go into the tournament #2 seed and they'll take on either Eastern Kentucky, Southeast Missouri State, or Eastern Illinois, and we'll show you the bracket a little bit later on though. But coach, on Saturday night it was a tough loss to Southeast Missouri State, senior night. It was such an emotional day. How are you feeling today, the day after?
Really just ready to get home and start watching tape on Eastern Kentucky and SEMO and last night's game, because we had some senior stuff after the game, so I didn't have a chance to watch the game yet, and so I'll do all that stuff this afternoon. But I feel okay. Obviously disappointed with the loss because of senior night, but you know, we've got to start looking ahead, and that's for Friday night, and that's having 4 good practices, and you know, it all comes down to this weekend anyways. So we have to be totally focused and ready, and you know, we've got great kids, so I think we'll be ready. All
right, coach, we're going to go ahead and roll the tape and take a look at the Saturday night game at the CFSB Center. It was senior night, and tell us about how it came about that Jordan Bird's got to start the walk-on. What a moment!
You know, I had been thinking about it, and I knew I was going to start Latrez, but I just didn't know how to start him with 5 other seniors, so I didn't want to take one of those guys' moments. So we were in shoot-around yesterday, and Isaiah came up to me and he said, "Hey coach, let Jordan start in my spot." And I said, "All right, let me think about it." I said, are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm definitely sure." I said, "You sure you don't want to start your last game at home?" He said, "Coach," and he said, "let Jordan start." And then I said, "I'd think about it." And he was walking out to go to pregame meal. He stuck his head back in the coach's locker room and he said, "Coach, you're going to do it. You know, I want you to do it." And I told him I was going to do it.
Well, what a moment right there, a Rudy type moment.
And that's what it reminded me of when they're throwing the jerseys on the coaches and said, you know, "Coach, do the right thing."
Well,
and you know, that's just credit to Isaiah and the kind of kid he is.
No, just a great moment. So now we're into the first half here. Wilson hits the 3, 9:35 to go in the first half, but you're down by 5, coach. And you know, we talked about defending. And SEMO came in after hitting 23 pointers at Austin Peay. It didn't seem like they cooled off much from Thursday to Saturday.
No, they didn't. They didn't. And you know, I was watching the highlights, but they shot 32 from 52 from the 3-point line over this weekend, and that's not good enough to win on the defensive end from both teams. And they play a different lineup. They play 4 guards. They made us change our matchups, you know, to be able to try to defend them. We really struggled guarding them. They were making threes. I think Anthony Jones hit 3 threes in a row to start the game, and we were digging uphill all night.
That play right there by Latrez Mushat, I typed on my shot sheet, pinball wizard play there. The ball was bouncing all over the place and he put it back in. But the Racers trailed by 8 at the half. Here in the second half, you know, Brandon Garrett, you talk about a senior that has found his game late in the season here. He's played at a high level for you.
Well, he's done some good things. You know, he's got to be more consistent on the defensive end, you know, and he's got to finish plays around the basket because we need those guys to step up. You know, the Garretts, the Wilsons, the Daniels, excuse me, not the Fields, those guys to step up and play well for us to be special.
And really the dunk of the year was probably that alley-oop that was thrown from like half court. That was just an amazing time. But, Coach, we're going to cut here now to the 8:07 mark. That put the Racers down by 12. You had one more run in. You guys got it to 5 points with 5:25 to left and kind of ran out of a little gas there.
Yeah, every time we got close, we know it was a missed free throw, missed layups, missed opportunities, and then some defensive breakdowns that you just can't have. And, you know, you don't win games by offense. You win games and you win championships by defending, and that's in any sport. You know, defense is what carries you over, and you've got to have a great defensive effort. And we've struggled on the defensive end a lot this year, containing the ball and guarding the basketball and turning people over.
Well, a great play there by Latrez Mushat with the tip in and the foul. That is the play that cut it to 6, and then Mushat hit a free throw a few seconds after that to cut it to 5. But now we're at 2:23 to go. It's a 13-point game, and you know, it's at this point here, Coach, I just started thinking, this is the last time these seniors are going to be on this floor. I wasn't thinking so much about the outcome. I was thinking about this is their last go-around.
Yeah, well, the last minute is when, and even Ed gets his steal, and I thought maybe we had a chance. You know, I thought he got fouled right there. That's what I was telling the guy. The ref was behind the play. He wasn't in position. But you know, I just told those guys, you know, that we've got more basketball to do, and still to play, and to be locked in and ready to go come on Monday. They're great kids. That's what makes you sick, because you know, we played well in spurts, and then we've been up and down at times, but we've got one last run left in us, and I feel very confident in that.
What a class move there by Coach Nutt. I just now noticed that. I didn't know that he shook Isaiah's hand when he came off the floor.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, Isaiah's been a great ambassador, not just for Murray State. He's been an unbelievable ambassador for this league. I mean, what he's done for this league. And every coach should be appreciative of that. And Coach Nutt showed a lot of class by doing that. I appreciated that.
That was really, I just now noticed that on the highlights. So you take a look at the final box score. The Racers fall 84-68. Cannon had 22 points. He's now 1 point from 2,000. We were hoping he could get that last night. Didn't quite get there. Ed Daniel did get to 700 rebounds. He's the 12th Racer to get to 700 rebounds. We'll be capping a little bit of that in just a moment. But our first break is coming up here on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about senior night. We'll do that next.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory.
The little guy's right.
Yeah! Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Hi folks, we're back here on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm, Dave Winder with you, and we're getting ready to go to the OVC tournament this week. The Racers playing the Friday night game, second semifinal in Nashville, Tennessee at the Municipal Auditorium. It'll be an 8 o'clock start. It'll be on ESPN3, and then there's a replay of it at 12:30 on ESPNU. And we're going to go over the bracket a little bit later and kind of get your thoughts, Coach. But first I want to just take a minute here and just talk about Senior Day. I've been through a lot of them. But I got to think that this was probably one of the most emotional and outpouring of support that I've seen from the Racer fans for a group of seniors. And we had a great group that graduated last year, you know, Long, Aska, and Poole, and those guys. But it was quite a night. And, you know, I'm interested to know, Coach, from a getting ready to play standpoint, that wasn't easy last night either. I mean, it was such an emotional thing right before you play a big game.
Yeah, you know, it's when you're saying goodbye to, you know, 5 or 6 guys, 6 guys that have done a tremendous amount for you individually as a person, and then for a program and for a team and community. It's hard to say goodbye, and then you've got relationships with their families, and you know, that's part of what this game's about. What makes it so much special, what makes it so special and so much fun. And the community is really embraced these guys. You know, I know Ed and Isaiah but I mean, these guys,
it's
like yesterday, but it's all of them.
Yeah, sure is.
And I mean, yesterday afternoon they're at a birthday party for a 5-year-old girl 4 hours before tip-off. It's just, they don't say no, they do everything. And you know, they're as sick about the losses as anybody is, and that's what gives us, you know, great hope and great faith that good things are ahead.
Well, that's what makes Murray State basketball special. Is I know you feel the responsibility. You want to do it for the guys, and you want to do it for the fans, don't you?
Yeah, that's why you coach here. You know, the coaching. You know, I'm going to coach. You know, hopefully for at least 10, 12 more years.
Yeah.
But what it means to the people in this community, if you can give them something special or something they've never witnessed before, like in case last year.
Last year, yeah.
That's what's fun, to watch other people smile and laugh and enjoy that moment. And these guys have been able to do this for this community, and that's what's fun about being the head coach here.
Well, you've been looking at some of the video from last night, and as the players and their families came out, and we're going to have some more of that at the end of the show. But real quick, a graphic just to kind of show you what Ed and Isaiah have done. Look at that, Coach. Almost 3,000 points, over 1,000 rebounds, almost 450 assists. 250 steals. They played in 256 combined games, 166 starts. I mean, that is huge right there.
And 105 wins.
Yeah,
you know, and
right. Winning his class.
Winning his class. And yeah, I can't say enough about those guys and what they've done for this program, and for, like I said, for me individually and for this community. You know, they have given back, you know, and they have paid everything forward, so to speak, like people say. And tremendous kids, a great character, and going to have bright, bright futures.
Okay, well, it was a great senior day. We're going to take another break here in the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. When we come back, we're going to dive into the OVC tournament bracket this week in Nashville, Tennessee. We'll do that next.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory.
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Hi folks, welcome back to the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. Dave Winder with you here in the Racers' brand new Ray Center for Murray State basketball. We had the grand opening last week and really glad to be back in here today. Gives us another good place to do the show each week with Coach Prohm. It's OVC tournament time. 29 games have come and gone. We started back in October with preseason drills, and actually, Coach, it was summer and spring and all the off-season stuff, and now we're here at tournament time, and at this time of year, you either get it right or you don't. Because if you don't get it right, everybody's going home. Yeah, it's survive in advance right now, and everybody's going through it. And for us, it starts Friday night at 8 o'clock. I'm sure it works out perfect for us. Friday night, 8 o'clock, the people here really support it and come down. You can even work your full work day and then get down there. So we really need to try to make that a home crowd down there for us, and I think we will. I think it'll be a great atmosphere. But for us as a team, it starts today with film preparation, and then Monday on the practice floor and getting ready for 4 good days of practice as we get ready for one of 3 teams. Okay, well, let's take a look at the upper part of the bracket first. Belmont is your regular season champion, and they're the #1 seed, and they're waiting on Friday night just like the Racers are. The Wednesday game is Morehead State against UT Martin. That's at 6 o'clock, first game of the tournament. And then Tennessee State's the #4 seed. They get a bye from the first round into the second round. How do you kind of see that upper part playing out there? TSU missed Robert Covington for a while. He's kind of come back. They're a hard-nosed team, but and UT Martin's done some things to get into the tournament. So that upper part is competitive up there. But Morehead's playing pretty well. I don't even know if I didn't ever see a score last night. I don't know if they beat Tech at Tech last night or not. But yeah, I didn't even look myself, Coach. They won at Tennessee State the other night on Thursday in a terrific game. So they're probably coming in on a pretty good high and momentum. But Tennessee State's right in their backyard playing the tournament. So that'll be an interesting game if Morehead's able to get past Martin. Okay, and then looking at the Racers part of the bracket, it's the bottom part. Southeast Missouri State plays Eastern Illinois, second game on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. That's the 6 seed against the 7 seed. And then Eastern Kentucky is waiting for them in the second round. Jay Spoonhour's done a great job at Eastern Illinois, and we knew he was going to. He's a good coach. He's got him into the tournament. He's done a good job. Good. He's done a good job maxing out what he has and having to play a certain way. He's playing a slow style and ball control style and trying to really just spread you out on the offensive end. But it'll be interesting. SEMO's playing extremely well right now. Eastern Kentucky's, got 2 kids that'll be on the 2 or 3 possibly all newcomer team guys with Cozy and Walden and Johnson, and then Denunu, and all OVC caliber players. So they've done a great job in recruiting this past season, bringing in great talent. So they're going to be, they'll be a tough test as well. So it'll be interesting to see. You just gotta wait and see and prepare all week. Yeah, that's right. So the Racers are going back to work. The games start Wednesday. Murray State plays Friday, and we can't wait for that game Friday night, and just can't wait to see how it comes out on the Racers' opponent. So our next break is coming up with head coach Steve Prohm here on the Racer Report. When we come back, the longtime PA announcer Paul Radke at Murray State hangs it up. We'll talk about that next.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Hi folks, we're back on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm as Murray State's heading into OVC tournament week, and it's a Friday night game, semifinal. We're not sure who the Racers are going to play, but we'll find out as the games get going this week. Coach, it was right at the end of the senior introductions last night. We surprised longtime PA announcer Paul Radke, 27 years of announcing Racer basketball. He's retiring and moving to the Gulf Coast, and I told him I have to go down there and play some golf with him sometime. But you know, you talk about the certain traditions of Murray State basketball, and Paul has to rank right up there because he's been all 15 seasons in the CFSB Center, and he did a bunch of seasons before that in Old Racer Arena. And of course everybody remembers his calls, you know, 3-point shot. My son used to, you know, shoot his Nerf hoop at home and say that, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to miss Paul.
Yeah, you know, the voice. You know, when you talk about great announcers or great PA guys, it's the voice and the way they carry themselves and the, you know, whether it's the accent or whatnot. But you know, you can remember great announcers or great PA guys from a lot of different arenas you've played in or been a part of, and you know, it'll be interesting. It'll be very different next year here in the starting lineup and home of the, you know, so-and-so amount of championships. Ohio Valley Conference in the greatest tradition. Yeah. You know, in the Ohio Valley, he has his segue that he does with that only he can do. But you know, I wish him and Roseanne, you know, all the best. Absolutely. I know they'll still follow our program and Murray State as a whole very closely, and they played a big role. You know, I know them as you know, Roseanne, Paul, and their whole family in Murray State, and a lot of the success that's happened here. Okay, so we'll have a new PA guy, and it'll be. Who's it going to be? I don't know. Can you imagine the applications that are going to come in for that? It's going to be interesting. But anyway, we've got our last break here on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm. When we come back, we're going to wrap it up and see some of the senior day moments when we come back.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, Racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are Racers.
I'm not that drunk. My house is only down the street.
I'm the most sober one here.
I only have 1 drink.
According to studies, 25% of 21-year-old college students have admitted to drinking and driving. Almost every 90 seconds, someone is injured. Every day, 28 people die as a result of drunk driving. Don't be selfish. Don't be a statistic. Don't drink and drive.
That's the worst half of football I've ever seen. Are you telling me we can't do this?
I got this, Coach.
You know, people said, Pepsi Max? You can't get maximum Pepsi taste with 0 calories.
Who said that?
But Pepsi Max didn't listen.
We just delivered it. So get out there and taste that sweet 0-calorie victory!
The little guy's right.
Pepsi Max, 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste.
Do you validate parking?
Roof Brothers, a Paducah tradition for 100 years. Roof Brothers, locally owned, family run. Roof Brothers, the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits found anywhere. Roof Brothers, service from selecting that special beverage for that special occasion to a keg party at the lake. Roof Brothers, 2 locations to serve you. Roof Brothers, proud supporters of Murray State Athletics.
We're back on the Racer Report with head coach Steve Prohm, wrapping it up here on the end of the regular season. It's hard to believe, Coach. It seemed like yesterday we were in Charleston starting the season, and here we are. It's time to play some postseason basketball.
Yeah, it is. It's time. It's, you know, we've got to raise our level right now. 20-win season is terrific. You know, only 20, like I said, I may have mentioned earlier, only 20% of the country right now has won 20 games. You know, somebody texted me that the other night,
yeah,
like, keep your
it's
head
a good
up.
Stat.
You know, so basically 1 out of every 5 teams in the country has 20 wins. So that's terrific. So that's an accomplishment in the regular season. But now our focus is to win on Friday night and prepare like crazy this week, and we'll do that, and we'll be ready, and I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, Coach. So thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Dave.
Good work this week, and we'll get ready for the OVC tournament. So as we leave you today, we're giving Neil Bradley, the voice of the Racers, a break. Here's a look inside Senior Day as we said goodbye to a great senior class. We'll see you next week on the Racer Report.
Will you please direct your attention to the court as we honor the seniors of Murray State basketball and the class of 2013. Our first senior is team manager Tim McAllister of Auburn, Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, senior manager Tim McAllister. Our next senior from Mayfield, Kentucky is Jordan Burge. Majoring in business administration, senior Jordan Burge. Our next senior from Phoenix, Arizona, Brandon Garrett. He's led the Racers in blocked shots 14 times in his career. Majoring in advertising, ladies and gentlemen, senior Brandon Garrett. Our next senior from Mullins, South Carolina, Stacy Wilson. His career highlights include high-scoring game of 23 points in Murray State's win this year over St. John's. High rebounding game of 13 at Arkansas State this season. High assist game of 7 against Colorado. Majoring in health and physical education, senior Stacy Wilson. Our next senior from Saginaw, Michigan, Latrez Mushat. His career highlights include a personal high scoring games of 14 against Dayton in 2011 and this season at home against Austin Peay. Personal high rebounding game of 10 against Eastern Kentucky in 2012. Led the Racers in rebounding in 9 games in his career and 8 times in steals. Made 6 starts as a junior to help the Racers to a 23-0 start last season. Majoring in organizational communications, ladies and gentlemen, senior Latrez Mushat. Our next senior from Birmingham, Alabama, Ed Daniel. Ed is only 4 rebounds from becoming the 12th Racer to reach 700 rebounds. Is only 9 block shots from becoming the MSU all-time leader. Has started 83 games at Murray State, including 61 straight. Has 902 career points. Has 696 rebounds, 12th all-time at Murray State. Has ranked in the top 10 nationally in rebounds with 10.3 per game this season. Majoring in healthcare administration, ladies and gentlemen, senior Ed Daniel. And our final senior from Biloxi, Mississippi, Isaiah Cannon. In the OVC, Isaiah was Freshman of the Year in 2010, All OVC as a sophomore, Player of the Year as a junior, and OVC Preseason Player of the Year this season. Isaiah was the OVC's Male Athlete of the Year last season. He will be one of only 3 players at Murray State to be named All OVC 4 times. Ladies and gentlemen, majoring in advertising, senior Isaiah Cannon. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this senior class has put together a record of 105 wins and only 24 losses in the last 4 seasons, won 3 straight outright OVC regular season championships, made 2 trips to the NCAA where they beat Vanderbilt in 2010 and Colorado in 2012. Made 1 trip to the NIT as part of a 3 straight postseason appearance and part of the 31-2 season that will go down in history as the greatest ever at Murray State, starting the season 23-0. Please, one more huge round of applause for the Murray State University 2013 senior class.